that pistol side. And look at the aggression from HellRaiser. This time with a full match. First time we've seen that ever. And, well, not really going in a favor just yet. Flourish here trying to get back in towards it. If Furlan gets dropped here, it could be very, very dangerous very, very quickly. Oh boy. The remaining players now still in connector is going to get really dangerous for the reminding. So.
Yeah, this slowing down now, but HellRaisers have got themselves a few players here, Flourish and Kalinka, to them looking to salvage this round out of the depths of hell currently against the 3 players, Furlan, Sydney, and Fiku. And all 3 of them headed towards that B once they've making their way up from a monster, getting control over that B side, clearing out the angles, making sure no one else is nearby here. So it's going to be that retake immediately coming in, but I do want to know if the CT side are going to make any noise in this one with the bomb now going down. I like the fact that the T side are going for the bomb plan there and just clearing CT as well. But looking at them, it's going to be Furlan holding this monster push for Flourish. He's just looking around the angles, but there's this teammate with the flashbang in, and finding the frags is all that matters at this point. Flourish going in, USP in his hands, looking for the frag number 1, but Furlan going to be finding that instead, and now going to be hunted down. It's going to be a near impossible situation, and will be made exactly that with Furlan finding 4 kills in the round in total. And AGO for the first one.
It's an impressive round to kick things off with. Furlan is leading the charge on the side of AGO so far, getting himself an AK as well as a 4K. That is definitely the interesting start to the round. They, well, it is their map pick, so we're going to be looking how well they can adapt to it. Both these teams are relatively untested in this, as we've have discussed a little bit more previously. But honestly, it is a little bit floaty, and it's a little bit unusual to say the least. But I do respect the guts from AGO from actually picking this in towards HellRaisers, considering it's usually their permaban.
Yeah, just goes to show they're trying some new tricks here, and well, those tricks as well, they're being made a bit more difficult with the fact that they've got a stand-in right now as well.
Yeah. So they might as well throw things out the wall, see what sticks. HellRaisers, being the full lineup this time, might have a little bit more of a difficult time, especially if they're pushing up towards the middle. Oh boy.
The trades keep coming in. T side caught out by surprise by the CT side of the Eagles, finding some damage. But AGO, they got to be deterred away from the A side just because of those few frags. It seems like it. As they just instead go down towards connector. Flourish, got to be careful not to get caught out here as Fiku is in mid, has the perfect angle into the smoke, but now choosing to walk away from it in the CT side and making rotations in towards that B bomb site. And Sydney walking hand in hand with Furlan. Now look at the trade. As the T side, they've got themselves those weapons. CT side, they've got a bit of resistance here by the name of Kalinka and a Desert Eagle. As teammate also rotating in. It will be the CTs who try and hang on to this. The Scout can do some massive damage here. Looking for the T-side player. Still not showing themselves a time so low. 15 seconds. Got to be quick about this one. Well, there's that smoke, and don't think the bomb can be stopped now. But there's frags coming to 1 and 2 and a third. What has happened? An absolute fumble from the T-side. As the HellRaisers, they steal that back, and that is massive.
What a turnaround suddenly. HellRaisers are able to snatch a couple of rounds back. Smoke not really working out in the favor of AGO. Only ends up blocking their view from heaven. As JR and the rest of the HellRaisers are able to scoop on in, get themselves 3 AKs as well. I'm actually really curious to see how they're going to be approaching a map like Overpass, because it is so connector controlled, I would imagine. Because if you have that, you can rotate on over towards A, towards B, and if you have control of that as a CT, you decide where AGO are going to be locking in from the get-go. But so far, haven't really had a chance to look at Problem's playstyle just yet. It's currently be going for a 0-0. It's only been 2 rounds, however, so I will stay patient with AGO. Taking long-range duels over towards on long. Against the full assortment of rifles, it might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, the pistols, there's always a bit of damage potential added to them when you do decide to go for those, but the fact that HellRaisers, they picked up 3 AKs from the last round, it just goes to show the dominance they had in it, and, well, the AKs definitely pack a punch. Now, it will be the burst out towards that A side. JR, I'm not sure if he did spot the player close by or not, but it seems like they have the nades going out. It's going to be a meaty one. Flyers, headshot number 1. Look at the line them up. There's going to be a few more coming in from the CT side. And it is a no-entry zone here, as AGO are not even allowed anywhere near that A site. It's being shot down before they can enter.
Starting on that T side, not going to the best of successes so far. They have opportunities to go somewhere else, but don't think they're really going to be going for it just yet. They're looking to try their luck, and if they can get the opening frag on JR. Might be an opening. Won't be lasting long, though. Quick double in for JR, and he's also on the kill tally. And a very impressive start from the HellRaisers so far. The 3 on top of the scoreboard you see there, Flourish, JR, and Kalinka, they've really been key factor in starting off HellRaisers on the right side of, well, they really woke up on the right side of the bed, to put it bluntly.
Yeah, they have, and, well, weapons out for both teams. AGO now have a chance to get themselves back into this game. The nade doing a bit more, or a bit less damage than I thought, but apparently there's a bit of one.
More. Towards on short. And there's a lot of aggression coming in from AGO, but woof.
Whoa. One frag found for that T-side. Now Lime Dust, Train, and Fiku is going to be the next one to go down here, but looking for the trade. Still another one getting away with it, the CT side. Look at how much damage they're finding here, shutting down everyone. Flash, I think he was hurt in Playground. The T-side definitely look aware of the possibility, but as they walk in, are they ready? As though the legs are being spotted there, Groovy. Down to 11 HP, cannot do anything here. He has to wait for some kind of salvation, will not be given instead of Sydney. A minute left on the clock is only saving grace here, and for CT side players to try to go for the trigger discipline, but Flyers turns around, will have to get taken down instead. And 3 more needed to be found here as the T side. All their hopes and dreams of round number 2 here on the back of a single man with basically nothing to his name besides that AK-47.
Attempting to fake a flash with the decoy, but has been spotted. Now the hounds are going to be on the travel as well.
Oh, the CTs. Look at how close and quick they are to this. There's one more, but is he ready as Kalinka? He's here. He seemed like he had the right crosshair positioning, but the frag, it goes to favor of the HellRaiser, and guess what? So does the round.
Yeah, no bomb plant for the side of AGO. They had a good start with a pistol, with Furling getting himself a 4K, and so far no one has even come close to that. They are struggling to really get going at the beginning of this round. 4 rounds have already been played. 3 of them going in favor of HellRaisers, now looking to try something new towards on connector. That's where they had their original success on that pistol round, but that was when they kind of had equal firepower. Which doesn't seem to be the case right now.
Oh, that's definitely not the case. Kalinka already 2 frags there into connector. I think it was the boost coming in there as well. They just blew up the door. Found themselves something going into this one. Sydney fighting back. That is her Eagle. Getting a bit of damage with the T side. They've basically got no chance at this one. I hate to say it that easily, but it doesn't seem that feasible for them to come back. Some damage finally being done with Sydney's struggling connector. But it's going to be all this defense to just... not really even the defense, the pressure on the T side here to find one entry. If they can do that, the CT side might be making some, or might make some kind of a bad commitment here. But Kalinka and Lime now, 2 players very low, both defending that B side. There's a chance. But I say there's a chance Flyers can just go ahead and toss a nade out towards that short area, and for only with a single frag, that's the only entry they get, and well, with that, it will be also the exit sign smacking them in the face with favor of the HellRaisers. And well, when the player's barely getting kicked so hard, he removed himself from the server.
It's like that simple clip. He just got one shot, just goes on disconnect immediately, and just shuts the stream off. But
Good night, guys. I go now.
yeah, seems like Ruby's having a little bit of an issue, or someone along the lines. But they haven't been performing well at all. It is a difficult scenario now for the side of AGO. It was a risky pick going into this. HellRaisers basically not having too much practice on Overpass, but finally with a full man roster, they might be motivated to at least scrim a little bit and expand their map pool anytime soon. Still though, problem. We haven't had a need to see him yet. He's just been here. So honestly, if they were to have another stand-in, or if they were to have a mirror like yesterday, I think he dropped like 30 frags or something on
Yeah, I got
either
30 in
Mirage
the first one and 31 in the second.
That was insane. How are you supposed to compete with that? Like, oh yeah, by the way, you're standing.
I don't know, man. He's just a tier 1 player through and through at this point.
True, yeah. Spirit, that's team high up there.
And it's like the top 3 in CIS, probably. Like, it's Navi, VP, and Team Spirit. Like, those are the first 3 I probably think of.
Hmm.
I don't know. Wait, what else can you think of? Like, can you think of any other?
Probably not.
Alright.
I mean, there was Simon Gaming, but that's kind of CIS, kind of Asia. It's a mix.
Hmm. I see.
But still waiting for a timeout to finish on ticking down. HellRaisers have got themselves a very good start to very solid-looking T-buy setup without, well, I say without spending too much. JR did invest fully in towards the AWP. So if they can get this ball rolling early on, that is a very, very good sign to move on further. Because, well, if you're out fragging them when it just comes to pulling out more and more plays out of your strat book, you really don't need that much when it comes to control and map control. At least in my opinion. It could be very flawed.
Could be, but we'll just pretend it's not. For the sake of the conversation. You're 100% correct.
Sure. I love being 100% correct. It's
I'm here to hype you up. I'm your hype man for one day. Well, today you can do no wrong, Grev.
Well, I mean...
But don't test it. Don't test. No need to start testing it.
Contradict you with a couple of previous predictions, but that's all right.
Ooh. Let's not pull those.
Yeah, still waiting for finally Lemon hops back in towards the server. Hopefully the issues have been fixed. And everything should go back. XCOM AGO on a full buy now. And I believe also full loss bonus, considering the fact that they have not really been on a hot streak lately. Well, the odds are ever so in, leaning ever more in HellRaisers' favor.
They are at least seeming to do so here early on. Furlan was half to him, just half his HP scratched away, and Lehman as well, down to 66, as the T-side started off with a bit of map control towards Fountain, but they're ready. CT side have got aggressive position, Kalinka in connector, and Flarish right here in towards a 3-match towards that A bomb site. Another Molotov, this time from the T side, to try and take HP away from them. Flarish covers his teammate, and Kalinka with the follow-up, as that was near catastrophe there. He just walked out with his knife.
Yeah, no, they were not prepared at all. The timing on that is insane. Groovy actually has the SG. I mean, it's better for long-range encounters, but hardly see that much use testing their strength against the B bombs at this time. Where Lyman problem, see what he has to offer. He's completely blind. Nope, that's the entire defense already gone. It's a good take from AGO. Now, how long can they hold on? Utility's already been drained.
Oh, the nade. It's near miss coming in. Was gonna try and pass it over the pillar, but unable to do so in the CT side in the retake position. Groovy has got a decent position here, but his teammate as well gonna try and spam away to help out his teammate there with the position. But are they ready? Kalinka seems like he's got the idea. Groovy is gonna be in a lot of trouble here, but the boost comes in. bit
I don't
further
think they
away
have a
from
clue,
the wall.
actually.
As they, yeah, no, they seemed like they were ready for it, but now Groovy, all you have to do is swing wide and wait. There's one frag, and the second with Sydney, finding one in the middle. And say AGO sandwich on the kill feed, and then finding a second round as well. So they even on the scoreboard sandwiching them. Although there's quite a bit of a HellRaisers in the middle, so.
Yeah. With the first full buy round, or technically, I think it was the first, maybe second. Full buy round happening and going in favor of AGO. Might be a little bit of breath, maybe a little bit of life being breathed back in towards them. Furlan now has the AWP on possession. Sydney has 1/3 of his life remaining. JR struggling with the bench, but looking at utility, this might be a little bit difficult for HellRaisers to really hold on towards any site when there's a push incoming. They have a singular Molotov on problem, but he also has a Deagle. And like we said previously, hasn't really woken up just yet.
Yeah, it's been a, well, struggling so far, but it's very early on in the match so far, so no real problems just yet here. Although the problem is on the server, there's not a big hiccup, let's put it that way. Instead, JR looking for the first frag here. The AWP has spotted one by Groovy. That is a tight angle to hold, and he's got that first frag here. It's link of the trade at the CT side, putting it back on the 4-on-4 very quickly. But that means mid control is now being taken away by the T side here. Groovy still spotting the CT side players here. What a perfect dodge on the flashbang. What on earth is that? He just looks down to the ground, looks back up, and finds one more CT side player. And they're not going to stop aggressing. Look at this problem. Wants to go for the M4 here. Has retrieved it with the CT side, and now it's on them 30 seconds. Will they be ready?
SG, not usually a weapon you see being used so often, but Groovy has been able to put it to work for 2 quick frags, getting himself an AWP as well. Now, with no utility left on HellRaisers, chances might look slim. Oh boy, Lime. Let's get something going here. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be a save.
It's got to be the save call, unfortunately, but Firish, look at him. He heard the AWP so long ago here. All Furlan has to do is hold the angle. He has the shadow given away. He just doesn't even react, waits until he's around the corner. Now the B-hop, the style points. Okay, nice one, Furlan. He's too strong.
He's opened up with the 4K, now he's back to continue on with AWP. I mean,
wait, why are we seeing double up on the T side?
Wait, we are?
We are.
Huh. They didn't even buy one, they just picked them up.
Huh.
This is also a little bit of a difficult situation, because if worst comes to worst, you're giving 2 chances for the CT side to get a free op as well.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, okay. I just get flashbacks reminding us about the map already, and like I think it was AGO with a single op. They basically found themselves a round, like opened up a round with everyone else on an eco. Like I think that was AGO. I could be wrong.
Could be either of these teams. I think it was yesterday anyway. I think actually it was HellRaisers.
Yeah, it was some of these days. It was one of these days. And well, we've still got more chances to see something like that happen with the rest of the week. We'll be bringing you more and more action until the grand finals, which obviously, as of right now, we don't know just yet what that will be. But we'll get there eventually. So be sure to follow the channel for all those games coming up. As this is a very, very easy round here from the T side. There's found 1 frag and the B won't say along with it. Nothing but USPs remain. Now there were anything else on the line there, but nice little setup here by Lehman and Groovy there, or I think that's Groovy. Someone else, Sydney. But now you're gonna hear, as soon as the door opens, you're gonna see the T side is turn around and Lehman in a lot of trouble. There's a flashbang coming in, but his teammate immediately there, and well, Sydney finding a few frags. Lehman now chimes in, and they both take 2 apiece. Apparently, Sydney takes 3 in total in the round, and AGO tying things up.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually wanted to drop one of those AWPs at spawn or like throw it away or something. Because like I said, it is a dangerous thing to have, or potentially to give away. Because on Overpass is one of those maps where you can really rock hard with a double op setup. 1 towards long, 1 towards on connector, and you have a rock solid A defense. if you just have the right spawns and timing.
Yeah, looking for those. The CTs, they've got themselves the weapons out here again, but the T side, look at this connector control they're finding here. 3 players making moves, and the CTs, they are giving it up instead. They've got a 2-man setup towards short and a 2-man push in mid as well. If you look at the mid-map, you see that happening at the same time. Comes down to the timing. Who's going to find what here now? JR! Oh, just turn around, and Groovy will be the first man to go down. Fico with the next one here, that T side. Have that spotted another one. Problem barely managing to escape, and even more being done through the wall. But look at that's crisp. Immediate dink, and he's going to push into Monster. No fear in his eyes as the T side. They've been forced out of this B area and in towards that A side. There's the ult from JR, still alive here, looking for another frag, but Furlan does trade on the T side in the 2-on-3 here. Struggling to get their way back in this, but play coming in from long. Are they ready? It's going to be Flyrich waiting, trying to give it away. But being planted by a low HP player. Will it be the frags coming in for that CT side of HellRaisers and stopping XCOM into their tracks here?
It's not unusual to see T sides rocking a no-op offense here. Probably more so here than on maps like Vertigo. Because it is just so easy to oh, it seems like we're having a little bit of a timeout. Something might have gone wrong.
Yeah. I think a bit of reset coming in.
Yeah,
also,
should be.
Yeah. Also, we saw in the last round there, we saw the T side, like, they went for the connector control in towards short, but they got immediately basically just shot down. Didn't get that much out of it. They forced to play it away, but at the same time, they decided to just walk up towards A. And they got immediately picked off by JR, who was still lingering around the area, had to pick up an AWP as well, just shooting them down. And it was like, they knew JR was in the backlines. They didn't know about the second one. I think it was Flyrich coming in from long. He was a very quick flank. And a big run coming out from him. You can see what that does to the HellRaisers economy. They're going to have another buy coming out. And well, 3 players do manage to survive as well. You can see those weapons that were saved, an AK, another AK, and an AWP, but we're going to be getting back into the game here. I think everything is all good, all fine, all dandy, all rainbows and sunshine here on Overpass. At least for the side of HellRaisers right now. But we'll see how much AGO can get away with on the first half. Oh, that's a lineup I've not seen before.
Very, very quick smoke. It's even there before anyone else is.
Yeah, I mean, well, AGO apparently do decide to go towards that B side. It looks like triple nades going out, but the only thing that gives away is information. CT is knowing. Few players reside currently in Munster, but are they ready for the immediate full-up execute is the question here. As the T side will be headed into an all-out brawl, but Furlan going to try and aid his team here. We'll find one frag with the AWP. Look at that next one around the corner. There comes Skalinka swinging in. One frag, immediate trader. Look at that next one. Furlan is on an absolute roll, finding 3 in the round so far. Heaven Smoke as well coming up from him. JR, he's holding this position, but the T side, they've got utility, they're forcing him away, and they will do so very well. The Molotov throws him down to 33 HP as the bomb is going down, and now CT's worst enemy is always that time.
Furlan entry fragging with an op. Of course. Why not? I mean,
he's making it look so easy.
He does.
He's like so effortless. He just walks in, says hello, 1, 2, 3, tips his fedora, and just HellRaisers is out.
Well, another round coming to a close. AGO on the back of another Furlan round, where he just opened up everything, even without the smokes and the executes. He just walked in, got a couple of kills, and that was the round done.
Yeah, I think what happened was like AGO, they were ready to entry, but then Furlan was like, no, wait, hold on, I got 1.
You're taking
no,
too long.
Wait, hold on, I got 2. Wait, hold on, I got 3.
Save your smokes, boys.
Walk in.
Save your smokes,
Yeah,
you don't need them.
Yeah, just molly CT, we good. Well, either way, that is a fantastic round coming out. I think it's like 3 out of the rounds that AGO have gotten already have been because of Furlan.
Yeah.
And basically him alone. Like the pistol, he got 4k in it. I forget what the second round is, but he got I think he got 3 in it. Like, I can't point it out, but I'm pretty sure that was one of those. And the obvious last one. But currently, changing things up here. Furlan instead holding towards Monster on the T side. Out towards long. This is a quick change from that we've not seen yet.
And
We'll
not
see how it
only
works
are they
out,
going
though.
towards long, Furlan opened up yet again, not missing a beat currently, taking down their sniper, which is literally the biggest defense for an attack from long. And although, a little bit of a risky play.
I like the setup the CT side are currently holding. They've got Flourish here close by, now getting even closer for the combat M4 here. Towards Toilet, Sleeman around the corner.
Oh boy.
Does get one, but immediate trade. The T side starting to surround that A bomb side, and it will be onto that T side. And the utility they have to try and flash the C side out of position. Problem on the bomb side, waiting for Fico taking down the first man in Toilet. Slime goes down. The spam is coming in. Sydney apparently someone does spot problem. And Kalinga's got the same handle. He save us last round. I mean, was JR then, but now it's on him and AGO again. This time it's a team effort coming out. Everyone finding a frag besides Groovy. Oh, Kalinga takes down the AWP. That's... Huh, where's Furlan going for that wide of a swing?
I don't think I was expecting Kalinka to be there, and well,
I mean,
usually people are saving and not exactly in running up towards the stairs of T-ramp.
yeah, I mean, truthfully, who is, but still feels a bit weird that he is just going for the wide swing, not expecting anyone there.
Problem currently 1-2-8. Ooh. Traded Mur for
Spicy.
that. That's not exactly what I would call a good deal.
I mean, yeah, it's just... It is a map pick of HellRaisers, so he goes... Like, I don't know, it's a bit weird, though.
Map pick of AGO, actually.
Wait, was it? Oh, damn. Oh, was that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, My bad. Thank you for correcting me there. So, but... I mean, it still kind of shows, like, mapping of the AGO. Almost called him HellRaiser again, but... Now, AGO's mapping the C side is going quite well in HellRaiser. The CT weaknesses are showing here, which... I mean, a bit of it does come down to that economy, but you can't say they didn't have the chances to win out the gun rounds. They definitely did, but the individuals on the AGO side, or individual, in the decisive rounds has been Furlan.
Currently, the way AGO are rocking this is, well, they take control, they fish out for potential fights with just utility. And when they know they're up against pistols, they slow it right down once again. And Groovy also rocking the SG, something... It was incredibly powerful just a while back, but right now has been nerfed. He still makes it look as if it never changed. But up against the pistols from HellRaisers, it's going to be... Has to be very, very careful from the side of AGO. Don't want to be running in towards an accidental 3-man stack, because... Two of those people hit from close range with a USPS. Could be the end of it. But they're getting a very good read on this, actually. Looking at where they're looking from. Dink onto Furlan from long range. But here comes the AK.
1 minute, 2 entries immediately, and well, it should be the round over, but some damage is always there, and Sydney should look down there. Otherwise, that will happen. Mafiku, he's on the flank, so I think that's the insurance card they have in this one, but the bomb is already making its way towards that B site as well. However, Lime does get away with an AK there, but again, it's just Fiku here who should have this one as the seal. I'm just waiting for a few more seconds. He walks towards that A site. There's one, and there's two.
Ooh.
Just seeing that blow
they
those
had
headshots.
3 players around the A bomb site while the bomb was getting planted on B. They had full control of that round.
Oh yeah, they knew exactly what was happening, and that's just because Fiku went towards that CT area. They were like, "Oh, no one's coming in. Let's go B.
All right.
Just hold them on A."
Didn't even check for barrels. I'm willing to bet.
He just walks out like, "Alright, this way."
Glass cannon now on JR. Ooh. It's risky. Aim punch
risky.
will be the death of him.
Oh, look at that, though. Furlan does dodge him. Look like they were dead on him, but I suppose no, that nade is a bit better.
He's looking for another entry.
Around. Yeah, he's still looking for this. Look at the confidence he has. He's just going out for the swing so far wide, and there's Player is spotted, but no frag found, and Lime doesn't swing out.
Not even a punish?
No, I think he was afraid, like, the T side, he's thinking, there's no way he's just gonna go out alone. There's definitely gotta be someone trying to cover for him, but... I mean, we know better.
Yeah.
He was just out there alone, looking for the entry, because he can.
It's the ultimate mind games that Furlan is currently applying to them with pressure.
At one point, we're just gonna see one-man fakes coming out from him.
It might just be, like, the moment they see him popping up in the kill feed, like, oh, it's all rotate immediately. There's only one player on the A-bomb site in the meantime, which is a kind of a one-man fake, but the opposite way around. Not a lot of utility on Flourish. See, Molotov can really only block off long if it goes towards well, bathrooms, potentially. A little bit more opportunities.
Yeah,
Overall, with the amount of time remaining, which is 25 seconds, AGO, they have to make a play and have to make it quickly here.
Yes, time the worst enemy like always, but now headed out towards that site. Flowers has to go the first one, but Lehman immediately trading his bomb drop, but the Molotov is out there. Gotta be careful with the bomb plan, but it looks like he will be fine. A few seconds to spare. Van 9 is out of the JR, holds that cross and immediately dinked up there. The SG from Groovy. He's just been using that the entire match so far, but there's Kalinka finding one, and the CT side in the advantage in a huge fashion. They've got the HP and everything backing them against that T side. They have to defend it in a 2-on-4. But so far, that's being held back by the smoke that is there. The fact that they knew one guy used to be there, but now they go out for that swing. Problem, fragging him one, but Sydney, he's got a tall task ahead of him. He's got 4 players coming out of the AK mouse. One spray does not work, and will be dealt with. Problem on the moment. He's on the case and should be fine, I think. Looking at him. Is he fine? Is he fine? Oh, getting close. He's got it. He's got it. Now just imagine if he had gotten it like 2 seconds later. And we would have had 1-on-4 without anything happening. Like we already had in our previous match, we had Yugi with 1-on-3 just by tossing a molly.
Basically, yeah.
So that would have been the 1-up from it. The 1-on-4, and literally all he did was hide.
All he did was die.
His existence alone terrifies the CTs.
Lack of HellRaisers. Actually, no, look at the sudden change of aggression. Taking a page out of Furlan's book, but Furlan is a lot better at it. That was a very quick resolve. Oh my, the flashes are so good.
It's such a direct approach as well. They just go for the entry from Connector and the T side. They're being taken down here at this point. The CT side are turning things around. Groovy once again has an SG and waiting for the CT side. There's problem popping up and popping down, popping out of the server now. 1-on-2, looking for the frag. Furlan's got a man right in front of him and will be able to take it out the first one, but Flourish coming in from the back lines, like the mole he is, looking for the frag.
You heard it.
Furlan picking up the AWP now, 18 HP. Is he ready? The utility, it is not there. AGO, they cannot count, or Furlan cannot count on anything here to help him. It's just Flourish going for a very wide angle, but this AWP, there's no way he's going to be expecting this. Yeah, he knows he's there. He heard the AWP scope, but as he walks out, it will be execution. And, well, big flank comes in to full effect, and 7-7. HellRaisers, they're not giving this up without a fight.
AGO currently really riding on the back of Furlan's openings. And, well, he has been opening. It is safe to say. 15. Well, the rest are on, well, literally half that. He's going for 4-1 on opening duels. Keep in mind the stats from the previous round. Probably has more than that for the stats we don't have access to. And, ooh, okay. Quick opening.
That's the way you want to see the CT side start things here now. Like, the openings, they heavily favor the CT side on overpass, and well, that basically just goes to show you why. And now with a few frags coming in, Flourish has been given an opening, but oh no. Apparently Sydney did escape into middle with the timing, but in the meantime, we're also seeing some action towards that B side, but Sydney, he's aware, he's ready. And the T side,
health low.
All the way back. Very low indeed, but there's Kalinka taking down one of the only players with HP on the T side and leaving all the Furlan and Sydney, collectively 13 HP.
Eesh.
Yeah, that's the word I would use here.
Luckily for them, there's no frag grenades inside the side of HellRaisers. But unluckily for AGO, there's only one op that they could potentially exploit. And, well, he still won't miss.
Yeah, JR's not going to miss an easy shot like that. Well, Sydney, what do you think? You think he's got it? Easy? Easy?
30 seconds on the clock up against JR and potentially also Kalinka there with the M4. Seems
that is what I call easy.
Okay.
See, there's one frag. Now,
first opening.
All picked up, and it's the M4 on the bomb side, but...
The fact that the spray took so long and made me nervous.
I could hear the nervous expressions coming out from you. I could hear you biting your teeth, but...
Almost.
It will be around about 8 for HellRaisers, and Kalinka on top of the scoreboard, 19 frags to his name. He's carrying that CT side and giving them a chance in this one. Well, Lime just... Well, they're hanging in there.
We haven't been highlighting Kalinka as much either, because I don't feel like he's gotten as many impact frags. He's gotten frags that
he just found, like, he's found a few, like, double kills in the rounds, being like, oh, I'm here, bye. I'm not here anymore.
Feels
like he's consistent in the rounds.
He's not the one who opens it. He's not really the one who... If he's technically cleaning up crew, and he's being very effective at it, no doubt. But player like Furland, who, especially on that T side, he was going 4-1 throughout the entire half, basically. Starting with up at the 4K and looking to recreate it right now with a lot of connector control from HellRaisers. Potentially also the ability to really go wherever they want with it. If they want to go towards A, they can. If they want to go towards B, definitely a possibility to rush through short. And also the fact they still have utility that they haven't used yet opens the map up quite significantly.
Yeah, T-side HellRaisers want to get this pistol round here. They know the CT side from AGO is going to be something else entirely compared to what they've been given so far. And Sydney, that's one tap coming out, but Lime, a very quick shot there from the P2K, and Furlong, he's got a flashbang set up.
Does that work?
Oh, he walks backwards. I like that, but Kalinka, he likes that even more. Finds the first frag there towards that A side, or on the A bomb side. Well, there's a Kid, a Jot, and the CT side coming in for the rescue here. 3 players having spotted the first man. And now they know they gotta be in a tough situation as they start walking out here. Fiku has a chance at this to beat USB, gets one. Flyers on the bomb side looking for that next frag, and the T side looking for the frags here, and they are sealing the deal, leaving it all on the Groovy. As chaos after the CT side starts to enter, and no frags being given their way besides that 1 and 5 HP on Groovy, and the P2K. It is now looking to get too great for him.
There's no way he's getting out alive. He might as well die to a person. Actually, it would have been better if he dies to the bomb, because then he wouldn't have given $300 to Flourish. But it seems like another timeout is going to be coming in as soon as possible from the amount of tippy-tap I just heard in the chat. Or potentially, at least. Not a confirmed case just yet. It doesn't really look like it after... Nope, doesn't look like it. All right.
No.
Timeout less.
Feast your eyes. We've got a P90 leading a pack of Mac 10s towards that B bomb site, and this is the rush by. This is it. You've got Flourish roaring as the first man into the Lion Cubs of the Mac 10s following from behind, but there's Lehman with the Desert Eagle.
Oh no.
Roaring
no.
of his own. He's got 2 frags already. There's that trade, but Lehman looking for another one with the Mac 10 now. And will be shot down, but so much damage done already as the P90 to the rescue for the T side. How do they get those Sims back from this? The scout of Fiku, he can just take down Flyers with a single shot here and looking for them as the smoke is down. The scout does nearly connect on the JR, but the moment now being planted. The T side need to hang on to this round as if their life counted. Only that it nearly does, but the round will be stolen. AGO. How does that happen? Lehman is insane.
I mean... kind of like a bittersweet victory for the side of AGO as well. Because, yeah, they win the round, but what do they get from it? They get a bunch of MP9s, Mac 10, P90. I mean, maybe you can make something out of it, but it's not the usual. Bye, HellRaisers not getting too much out of it. They're going to go in with AKs up against the SMGs that they just provided to the side of AGO. This could potentially also backfire horrifically. Of course, I never intended to lose in the first place, but all in all, not too Not the worst case scenario. There's still a round up. They got the bomb plant in the previous one. Now, going for another force buy. Not willing to give up just yet.
They've got more to give us here, but I still can't get over that round. It's insane coming out from the CT side of the defense towards that B side. Quite a big one, but I was trying to get my head out of that one and into this one. Furlan close in toilets, but JR, he's sneaking so close by and they have no clue about his whereabouts. They might just be caught out here. Bit of a long push coming in. I like the idea of this. Two players on the other side, one of them having an AK, one a scout. And now the CTs, they will be caught out here. Surely they will be, but another rotation has been made. Sydney has to hold it as his teammate tries to give him a bit of support. The Mac then now close, gets one. Lime down to 2 HP and another frag for Furlan here in the meantime. The AK trying to shoot it away from the T side while unable to connect on it. Has been collected by the T side. What did they do here? They've got a single smoke left here, and I think that was already been thrown at this point as well. They just need to hope they can find one frag to open this A side, because right now this force buy is not going their way.
That's the first problem. Looking for a little bit more, and well, with JR to get it instead. So now with Fiku, trying to also use the Mach 10s he was provided, but it's getting real difficult. Is 2 HP away from closing the round out, and he's also on 2 HP.
Oh, the position line is going in.
Oh boy. If he's not careful, he could lock himself out of the round, but if he isn't playing it right, could be going instrumentally wrong. P90's all that remains, and he already thinks it.
What? He's gonna kill though, Groovy. He's sticking it. He's sticking the defuse and Lime. Oh, that is... Well, I'm gonna use the word again. Bittersweet, same as the last round. They do close it down for the side of AGO. It gets close, and 2 defuses in a row here. That's just gonna give HellRaisers quite a bit of cash to work with, even in rounds like this. And you can see Problem, he's already going for it. They're gonna go for another force buy. CT economy has suffered a lot, but now look at who's got the big green.
Yeah, I don't get the force buy here at all from the side of HellRaisers.
Well, if you would like to explain, if you would like me to explain, I can quickly do that here.
I guess that you really applied a lot of pressure in the previous round. You still made it close and all, but if you just were to do one more eco, you would have gotten everyone on utility, everyone on AKs, everyone on full armor.
True,
that's what you have right now.
I see you haven't had any games that go 10 force buys in a row. I see, but okay, so the T side here, they're I've had that happen in a game, like 10 force buys in a row. Like teams, neither one of them like they just steal rounds one after another. Neither one having a good buy, neither one ecoing until like 10 rounds have gone by and a half. I've had those kinds of games, but here, so okay, the CT side, you can see their economy is down in the dumps, even or because of only a single mana saving. The T side, they know about the damage. They got the bomb down. They know if they got it that close with what was, I think, 1 AK, 1 Galil, and rest on like pistols and a scout. They've got a bit of better weaponry in this one, so if they can still do that damage, keep applying the pressure to their CT side economy, they can steal another round and, well, keep the CT economy low until they can get a buy or full buy going out. And now into that B side, you're going to see that start to now hopefully happen here with that T side. As Line finds 1 and 2, they line up for him, but it's going to be Liam with the P90 maps. They're holding down the B both side, but the frags keep coming in. The force buy is coming into full effect here. Their mana has rotated in by the now Furlan. Looking for the frag with the AWP, unable to connect just yet, and it looks like the CT side don't want too much to do with this. The force buy.
Force buy, okay, sure.
Yeah, so there you go, Grub. It's the force buy.
I mean, I still don't understand it.
Look at the economy on the CT side and the fact that they've got no loss bonus.
Oh, alright, fair enough. Yeah, okay, I see them. They had almost, oh, lord. Alright, well, they have no op now either. The previous round, they had a P90, that was all that was saved, and that's of course up on top of that, not too much to go of. But they might just get an op, potentially, if Sydney does find it. There it is. He'll be holding on to that indefinitely. But the question is now, do AGO force buy back into this one? They don't really have the same amount of freedom when it comes there. Oh, they are.
Yeah, no, they've not got the same capital, but they've got the op, and that appears to be the only thing they need. Sydney has got a good forward spawn. I'm guessing Furlan's going to follow him with a PT50. Pick that up whenever his teammate goes down. He's just going to be the annoying matchmaking teammate who's got following you and shooting you in the head. Just give up. But,
Drop.
well, drop me up. But now, looking at this, Sydney will be mollied Lehman. Oh, just dodging flashes. Kalinka doesn't even care. He's going with the flashbangs, apparently. Has found an entry frag here, Fiku. Gonna be the next man to try and find something while damage being done, but not enough of it. And the B-bomb side gonna be taken over again here as Gruby, the only man to defend his teammate. Relatively close by, but not close enough to do anything about this. The nade goes out, does a bit of damage with the B side. Trying to enter, they're still struggling here, but Kalinka does find the frag and is on to Fiku here. From sure, 16 bullets in the FAMAS gets one, but JR immediately trading in Sydney again. It's got the same task as last round.
Yeah, not a lot you can do. You could definitely try, but not going to be working out in his favor. He doesn't have a kit. Has a singular flashbang. So that's going to be that round, basically already set in stone. HellRaisers, so far, continuously running away with the round, with the map pick from AGO. If we are going to Dust 2, that does mean that HellRaisers are in their territory. They, on paper, should win it. They have the higher win rate. They have a 5-round winning streak currently ongoing on Dust 2 as well. And well, AGO doesn't have that same luxury, but they have potential to get that one at least further towards. Is Mirage or Inferno the last one? I think it's Inferno. Ooh. Okay, Sydney. He's trying to get a little bit more. Not going to be able to. JR gets himself an op as well. That's actually massive. They deny the op, and JR now has an extra one to his collection. No need to reinvest into that bad boy. Kalinka is still going with the Mac 10. Has been working very well for him so far. Getting those entries over towards on short, getting extra money for his team, being able to drop over whatever they need. Well, looks like he wants to continue on with that playstyle. Full man stack towards long, though. That's going to be...
Gonna be something here. Huh? What? Hold on.
What?
Lime? Thought he had that one in the bag, but something else is happening here. But problem is the trade. Molly is tossing it down, and problem gonna have pistols coming at him. Will be taken down. There's a lot of damage done already here.
JR needs to get out of there. Here's the bomb.
He's gotta quickly walk away and now run away. But look at that, the AKs. They can still win out the round if they really want to go for this. They can just... Like, they can go for a buy in the next round, but the question is, do they want to, or what kind of buy do they want to go for? The AKs would give them a bit of room to work with, the flash in the connector, just for the sake of the flashbang. Oh, I like this angle.
Oh, Fertile, let's go, bro.
Yeah, he's going to see if they jump up, like, on the railing. He's going to see them for a split second and just readjust.
Well, it's not the usual position you're going to be expecting if you're going to go into connector. Don't think it's going to be a thing, but looking over towards the mini-map number 3, that's going to be Kalinka still with a Mac 10, the ultimate unarmored killing machine.
Oh, the Lehman, no!
Oh, timing couldn't be worse. That also means the AK is going to be saved as well, so from bad to worse, if Ferlin swings out there, he's really setting his team up for a hard time. AGO, they get 1 AK out of the 2 they could have collected. It's a bit unfortunate with the timing on Lehman. But overall, with the way that HellRaisers are currently playing this and, well, being able to trade off each other, being able to really put down whatever AG are coming up with, you can really see a way that they can take this map and move over towards Dust 2 with relative ease. I feel like AG might start to get a little bit more paranoid lately. 3 players towards the B-bomb site, fairly standard. Ferlin on an island. He's completely alone when it comes to this connector. So either he's looking for a multi-frag or a quick flank, which I think he might just get.
Yeah, the T side are going to be starting to enter now. Nade coming in, and Lehman removed. That's a big defender removed out of the Gruby. Apparently spamming through the wall there to find a frag. Back, and the flashbangs coming over. Try by for some time for the rotation as well. There's the player in connector making his way in, but the side they're still shutting down the defense here. 1 more frag for Gruby, but look at this. It's 3 frags in a split second. Here's Gruby left all alone and in a 1-on-3. He has found the first man, but now needs to ace if he wants to win the round here.
It's a crucial round as well. No money for AGO. They've been on a hot losing streak.
Yeah, but Groovy is making rotations all the way towards that A site, while HellRaisers, JR and Kalinka, the only thing they're doing is just waiting around here. And now entering that B site, and it's going to be the retake again here for Groovy. And I don't really know if he wants to go for it. Like, he can save the AUG, but he's still got a chance in this one, and yeah, he looks to quickly readjust back towards that B site. As JR moves closer and closer now. T side in an untradeable position here, so 1 versus 1s. They're going to be a big part of this, but Groovy is going to be pushed here. Is he going to find the timing? JR with the Deagle spams away and finds the frag. HellRaisers 13 here on the mapping of AGO. That just goes to show, like, this is a map neither one of these teams are too comfortable on, and even if AGO pick it against HellRaisers, they've still got a chance, and they're currently playing quite well.
Usually you'd pick this if, you know, you have some kind of backing against a map like this, but even if, well, they picked it against it, they didn't have it. They just didn't have really anything to walk on. They just went like, oh, they don't have a good winner on this one. We'll pick it. We'll see what happens. Oh boy.
Oh,
that is
trade's already coming in here. But the CT's still they find a frag out of it. It's not bad news just yet. They've got a chance, but can't afford to miss too many shots at this point. Rotations are here from the CTs. 3 players around the area. We'll see how much or how well they can deal with this, but Sydney looks like he wants to go venturing into short, looking for any legs, but his line literally out in the open, and now starting to walk in. Yeah, oh, the full stack has come in. Furlan, he's here as well. No, Sydney, he spotted the shadow as well, but Furlan, the scout, removes Groovy.
Ooh.
Apparently, this Desert Eagle's able to find a frag out of it. The looking for that next one. JR on a short, the Eagle's still alive. And the man advantage here as the T side run away. They didn't want nothing to do with that B bomb site anymore, and instead opt to go for a free A bomb site here, and the CTs will see if their manpower in the rotation can find them around.
With 3 guns dropped, one of them in AWP, and already Sydney is making it work. This could be a round that HellRaisers could lose. Now in a 1-on-3 up against it. Really trying to struggle. It's really trying to figure out a good way to take down all these players. It's a good entry frag, and well, already low armor. It's definitely a possibility, but not able to connect all these bullets.
It's not too far off there either. Groovy down 15 HP. Getting on the bomb thing, they're just fine there on the CT side. They've got more than enough time defusing that one. That's not a bad round from AGO at all, considering I'm pretty sure they only had pistols at the start.
They did. Those are just deagles, and a couple players with armor, Groovy and Sydney, having the luxury of keeping it on towards the next round as well. HellRaisers, I feel like they kind of stuck around a little bit too long for their comfort there. They really tried to outduel those pistols in very uncomfortable positions. You don't really want to be fighting up against the deagle and potential short, close-range weaponry in places like short or behind the monster smoke. Could very, very quickly go in a different favor. Look at the aggression suddenly. Change of pace.
The east side already towards short, but Groovy again. He's done that twice in 3 rounds already. He just spams towards short. The nade is alright, but slightly too short and shallow. JR with another frag towards that B bomb site. One more defender here in AGO. Well, the tables have been turned on them once again. They had a chance here, but this one a huge round in terms of the economy. Smoke on towards short, and Sydney is going to hold close while the T side start making moves into short.
Oof. Gotta say, don't like the way that AGO are playing this. They're currently playing it with just rotations. It's a 1-on-3 no matter really what HellRaisers do. They've put themselves in that position, and well, if I think it's Furlan's words on long, if he just stalls for long enough, he could potentially have a little bit of help, but other than that, he's completely alone. But he's not going to be expected.
Look at this Furlan. This is big. the trigger discipline. He's gonna wait for his teammate to get close by and then just pull the trigger, or wait
Or
and
not.
go for the knife. Looking for the next one. He's got flares as well. Then down to 1-on-2 Lime. He's got taken down in Furlan. What is that? The knife, he just pulled it out for the style points. That is insane. The second shot, the CT shot, they go nowhere. They were in the same exact position that both players on truck. They had no time there at all. They go for the bomb plant and just immediately get taken down.
It's happened
Like, they
so
were
many
not even
times
ready.
now. Like not only with like HellRaisers, but every time there is a 2vx on the CT side, one of the players goes along, he's never checked. It somehow always just happens, and well, JR already not going to off a flying start there. Furlan, he definitely has been. With the utility already drained very heavily from HellRaisers, they're going to be relying a lot on just firepower and just being able to punch through. Seeing the flashbang already used to getting no ground at all. They have one smoke left, that's it. They're going to be dry peeking towards everything, and that does mean that Adria has the advantage. The question is, how well are they going to be able to counter flash, counter smoke, be able to use their one frag grenade in an effective method?
Yeah, that's going to be the question here. A bit of a boost going on the B site. All HellRaisers, they are taking their sweet time. They have nothing in terms of utility besides a single smoke on problem. One piece of utility on 5 players, and now out towards long. That will help things out for that side of a HellRaiser with JR finding the entry. Furlan instead of DGL here. Gotta be using the big green with, well, obviously DGL not being on the server. So far has been doing a fairly good job finding rounds for his team, helping them out here now. Gonna help out with another frag. T-side getting closer and closer here, but this could be another one, but with a missed shot, gonna be chased down, but are they ready? Kalinka taking care of that B side all by himself. JR is gonna walk in this angle or just faintly escape. Walks away, but the B side taken over, and 10 seconds to spare, the bomb goes down. Furlan looking for another frag, but the retake, I really don't see a way for AGO to go for this.
They don't have smokes. They have flashbangs though on Furlan. Need to deploy them. Flourish is in a really good position to try and counteract it. Well, that's the one trade for trade, and they never expected Kalinka there. Furlan, well, that's a timeout. He's going to be calling it right there and then. The moment that HR gets to round number 14. And Sydney, I think he might have just given that one away. He went for the aggressive peek. Fair enough, they didn't know that they were up against like no utility from the side of HellRaisers, but that opening frag towards on long, that opened up so many places, considering the fact that they had to AJ had to rotate to different positions. They had to cover new angles to try to adapt on the fly, and they're already kind of. It was a stable structure for a while. They started to get 3 rounds in a row, I believe, but it fell apart at the first shot from JR.
Yeah, it was just a signal of the impending doom here, but with the time out here, AGO, at least they can talk things over, because they're in a load of trouble. Furlan, he saved the AWP, he's got 6k in the bank. Gruby, 4k, they can potentially drop 2 weapons, or Furlan can drop 2 weapons, and Gruby, he can buy one for himself if they really want to. But there's a huge risk that also comes along with it, and that being the whole no money left in the bank after that. And potentially HellRaisers on 15. And well, I know I've been saying it a few times already, but this is the mapping of AGO for those of you who are just joining us, or, well, for whatever reason have not been paying attention. So seeing this T side from a HellRaisers being as strong as it is, makes me question things quite a bit, because all the rounds AGO have won have been off of rounds that HellRaisers got the bomb down. 4 rounds win one of the CT side. All 4 of those they've had bombs being defused, and it's a bit odd.
I don't really know what the plan here for AGO is. I mean, Furlan has a lot of money, also thanks kind of part of the knife. I mean, $1,500 is definitely a positive factor. And also him not having to rebuy the op every single round, because that's the only thing that really has been saved over from it. And speaking of the knife, here it is. Really been the deciding factor. Once again, almost never checked by the side of the terrorists in a 1-on-4. And that second up shot really decided everything. Sydney coming in as well. But Furlan, he's been AGO's lifeline, at least when it comes to impact frags, when it comes to, equalizing. So he's been the key factor on this AGO defense, and seems like as long as HellRaisers just avoid him or deal with him very early on, that they have nothing really to be scared about.
No, they really don't. But I'm wondering what's what's taking so long here? What kind of a pause is this?
I think it's a tactical one, considering the fact that they I don't think anything really changed.
True. I mean, it has to be a technical timeout here because of the whole timer or whatever, but I think I heard chat. Oh, there we go. Chat being going on in the background. There we go. There we go. Back in the game. I was about to, I ran out of things to talk about, in case you didn't notice.
Could be like a French timer, like, oh no, I kicked my PC and the internet cable ran out. Oh boy. could be a thing like that, like, oh no.
Oh no, my monitor flew out the window.
Oh, just did. Dude, full on summoned, just... I don't remember who did that. I think that was actually DGL who had monitor problems, so...
Yeah, like...
Maybe that's why he's not playing right now.
It's just monitor problems, so who knows. But no, looking at this, CT side, finding 1 and 2 frags, okay. Wait, what's further?
Bomb's been dropped.
Connector, yeah, that's a, well, slight problem here on the B-bomb side as, well, problem also on the B-bomb side. But now, out towards shore, that's Kalinka just looking between angles, trying to turret ahead, but not shooting, not pulling the trigger even once, and it is a problem for that T side in a 1-on-3. And I should stop making jokes about his name. It's not funny. Well, he's got a chance here. Needs to find the frags very quickly as the CT side currently leaving the bomb all alone here, moving away, trying to set up a quarantine zone. And problem, looking for some kind of a frag. Well, time still on his side, but as he enters heaven, there is Sydney. Now, being caught out. And 1 on 2. Still another man on the bomb side. They've left the bomb completely on short. That's so weird now. Why have AGO done that? They've just completely abandoned that area. Now sending 1 man there. And Groovy alone, but Furlan, I think he is in connector. He's got the angle. But is he ready as he comes around? And a problem! The 1-on-3, they just both fall swinging at the same time. It doesn't matter. HellRaisers 15 and match point.
How
does that manage to happen? How? How is that a round they lose?
Everything was lined up for AGO there. I don't know how Furlan... I think he had armor, right? He must have. No way the aim punch affected him that bad. It took 3 bullets to kill him and still not able to pull the trigger in time. Well, it's short to say this has put AGO in a real spot of bother. They really need to get something going with this, and they need to get an answer very, very quickly. And well, maybe even the boost above it might work out in their favor. Never mind. Problem has woken up these last couple of rounds. He's been at the bottom of the scoreboard, but has found the most impact frags these last 2. Ruby, that's an unfortunate challenge. This is looking really rough, but map control for AGO, whatever that may give them. The flank is getting watched anyway from Kalinka.
Yeah, CT side for all the marbles. A minute left on the clock on the T side. Making their way towards that B bomb site. With the bomb quite far away, but it all the points leading towards that B side. It's going to be on the Furlan and Lehman to hold that side with Groovy. It's going to be here to try and support them as the short push comes in. The Molotov there to try and flush them out of position, but no one close by will be affected by that one. And the CTs, are they ready? 4 plays from Monster. Flaherty's just got to be there as the insurance from short, but he's going to find the first frag. Furlan with the next one, looking for another, but the CT side,
no.
they are being forcefully vacated as HellRaisers only a single frag remains in their way to get map number 1. And Sydney, as soon as he opens that door, all eyes on him. The display, oh, and a short and flowers, he's got the frag and it got the map. 16-11. HellRaisers steal the map pick of AGO.
Well, that was a turnaround. I mean, the map was in itself in the water. No one knew where it was going to go. It was a low pick, basically a permaban for both these teams.